Now let's work on some more advanced phrasing with the diatonic scale. In the left hand we'll use G minor. That'll be our reference chord that I'm going to play. In the right hand we'll use this position starting on the note A where there's a half step here, another half step, and then the half step is up here. So here's your scale pattern. And I'm using that position because it's a little bit easier to phrase with the fingers closer together than it is with the two whole steps. Of course, we'll be using both. All right, so here's our G minor chord. The first pattern is a 7-note pattern, and it goes like this, starting on the A, and then there's a pull-off, so played slowly. And you do that on each string, next string, and the next string. 7 notes sounds really interesting if you play it in all 8th notes because the pattern shifts rhythmically over the chord, and it sounds like this. Play it a little faster. So it has a nice feel to it with the 7 notes. Another pattern is 2 pull-offs to go like this. And then you do the next string the same way, and the next string the same way. So that one would sound like this. And played a little bit faster. So those have a nice feel to them, or played by themselves a lot faster, has a nice texture. Or with the 2 pull-offs. Or you can mix them together, a little slower. And so forth, in any combination. You can, of course, move them vertically, like here's the one with 1 pull-off. Or down. So those are some nice ways to shift position. When I shift, I just stretch. It's really not that difficult with my fingers. Reaching down there, and you can even use these 2 fingers sometimes if you feel more comfortable. Like that. So it's sort of a combination between 4 and 3 fingers. But I usually always end up back at the 4th finger because it's a little more comfortable to go from that point. All right, so there's some good ideas for phrasing with 1 pull-off and 2 pull-offs. Another one is just patterns, like 4-note pattern. So I'm just playing 4 notes progressing upward off of each one. That sounds like this. Or down, you can do the same thing. And so forth. So those are some nice things to do. So you can do some nice speed and direction that way by progressing up in 4 notes. And lastly, just some different ways of doing 2 pull-offs of 1 string, like if I start on the A, 2 pull-offs in a row. That's a nice one. Or a combination. You can play them consecutive too, like that. A lot of times I'll use that for lateral movement. For example, and slide down, back up. So there's a good exercise you can do just by doing that by itself. Go up, or do it over 2 strings. And so forth. Any combination thereof where you can move the fingers around and then add in the other phrasing or 2 pull-offs pattern, and so forth. And so that's what I do a lot of times with the diatonic pattern, a lot of combinations of pull-offs and sliding.